Hello everyone, welcome to Nanotech YouTube channel. Today we will be developing the Cyclone in our Creo Parametric 9.0. So you can see this is the picture of Cyclone. Cyclone is actually the part of the equipment which is normally installed in industries to collect the dust particles or any other foreign materials from their process line. So you can see this is our Cyclone. Normally this one is connected to the low pressure fan, and this one is coming from your process. So the dust and foreign materials or undesired materials are circulating in between here, and then it's slowly coming down, and from the airlock it is packed in bags or in the trash bags, and then they are wasted. So let's start with this. So this is our drawing which we are going to prepare this in our Creo parametric today. So let's start with this. So this is our initial interface of Creo parametric. I will go to new part solid. I will uncheck this, click OK. So I will select here MMNS part solid ABS. Click OK. So let's start first with the front plane, and then I will use the revolve command first. Okay. So this is our dimension 1300. So we will start from the top to bottom. So let's draw first a rough sketch starting from here like this, and then coming down here like this. So now we will do the dimensions here. So the top is 1300. So we need to keep it as 650, which would be the half of 1300. So 650. Then the top drum, you can see here, this is 1013. So this one 1013, and then the cone height. Okay, 1013 is from the top, so we need to reduce it by 223. So I will use calculator. 1013 minus 223, so 790 would be the top drum height. 790. So now I need the cone. So for cone, I will just take 4026 minus 1723. So 4026 minus 1723. 2303. Yeah, here, okay. Then I will add this dimension. Okay, let's do it like this. 4026 minus 1013. Okay, 3013 would be the height of the cone. 3013. So I will take dimension from this point to this point here, and the dimension was 3013. 3013. Okay, so that's how it should be. Let me just quickly recheck the top drum dimension 1013 minus 223. Yeah, 790. This should be fine then. Okay, so we will draw a center line here like this, and then I will say okay. So you can see the drum of the cyclone, or the main body of cyclone, is created now, and I will say okay. Okay. Now this part I need to keep it as open, and the above part I will extrude here somehow, then I will show you. So I would like to apply shell command on this plane, and the thickness I will keep it as 4 millimeter, and I will say okay. So you can see the cyclone is now shell from inside. Okay, so as I said earlier, now I need to draw something here. As you can see from the drawing, I need this extension and the flange on the top, and then we will apply some ribs here. So for that I will now choose the top plane. So for my convenience, what I can do, I can select this plane and then I will go for extrude cut. So here I will take this reference, this one and this one, and I will say close. Then I need a circle here. The circle dimension I need to check in the drawing, which is flange A. So where is our flange A? This one. So the inside of this one is 600. 600. So this I will keep as 600 and then I will say OK. So this one I will go for to the next and I will say remove material. You can see the remove material inside is removed and I will say OK. Okay, so you can see the cyclone is hollow from inside and the top hole is created now. Now what I need to do is I need another plane here. So first I will go to sketch. I will choose this plane, say sketch. So from here I will take first the dimension, the actual dimension from this part to this part. Yeah. Okay, so this is exactly 902.04. Let me write it here so that I don't forget it later. 902.04. Okay, so I will just cancel this because I wanted to know the dimension. Now I know it. So I will draw a plane here again. And this one I will keep it as 902.04. 902.04. So you will see it will be exactly sitting on the top of the cyclone. So this will be our working plane now. So I will use extrude here and then I will draw a circle here. So like this. So this dimension I will keep it as 600. So this can I change 600 and then I will say OK. Now I need to remove the material here. No, I need to make it a sheet of 4 millimeter, which was actually the thickness of the whole cyclone. So this one I wanted to go in two directions, so I would go for side 1 and side 2 variable. Okay, so actually how a cyclone is, there is a pipe inside, always a pipe inside, so that would be roughly to this drum height, and there is one more pipe to 23 millimeters which is outside of cyclone. So that is why I have taken this option of side 1 and side 2. So the side 1, this one, okay, so this one is the top one, so this one I will keep it as 223, 223, and the lower one I will keep it as roughly, I would say 880. So this is somewhat slightly bigger, so I would keep it as 800. And this looks fine. You can see it is almost equal to this drum. So I will say OK here. Okay. So when we will do the section later, when the model is complete, then you will see the pipe inside here, and then you will also come to know the importance, the need of this pipe. Okay, so now I need another plane to draw the flanges here. So I will again choose plan from this additional plan. I need it to be at 223, 223. So it is exactly on the face of the cyclone here. Now I need to draw the flanges, so I will use again the extrude command. I will choose this plane. Again, I need a circle here. Now I need the diameter of the circle, the outside one, which is actually 700. So this one I will keep it as 700. Okay. And then I will extrude it a little bit to match the flange thickness. So I will say okay here. Again, this one I would like to see the flange thickness, which is 6 millimeters. So this one I would say 6 millimeters, and sheet thickness I will keep it as the width of the flange, that is 100 is the difference. So the 50 millimeter is our flange thickness. So you can see now the flange is created, and I will say okay. Okay. So you can see now the cyclone flange is in place, which looks fine now. Now coming back to the drawing, this part is created, the top body. The flange is also created. Now I need to make some ribs here. So for that, first we need to select the rib and then profile rib. For this I will choose this plane. So the plane is chosen. Now I need to make some references. The start point of the rib here and this one. So I will close here. Then I will select the line. So I will select it like this, starting from here and then to here. Okay. So this is done now. This one I wanted to keep it a little bit longer, so it is 346. No, 350 maybe. Okay, this looks similar or much better than before, so I will click OK. So here you can see the rib is created now, and the dimension I need to change. There is an option where you can flip the rib, but actually I need it here, so this is fine for me. Now the rib width is 53.18, which is way much than our requirement, so we will keep it to 20. Okay, 20 looks smaller, so I will go for 30. Okay, so this looks better now, and I will say okay. Okay, so you can see the rib is created. Now I need some more ribs around around the neck of the cyclone, so I will go for pattern. From here I will use the axis one, and then I will click the axis. Then I need the angular extent 360, and the number of ribs I will make it as 6, and I will say okay. Okay, so you can see the ribs are installed, and this is done from my side. The rib section is clear. Now we will see how we can install this inlet pipe from where normally the air is going to the system. So for that, I would say I need to choose another plane which would be offset from these current planes. So I will again go to plan. I will choose this one, and from this side you can see the secondary plane is already created. So for that I will see the drawing first. So this is offset from the center to 1200 millimeter. So from center I will choose it as 1200. Okay, so you can see an additional plane at 1200 millimeter is created, and I will say okay. So this is my additional plane where I wanted to work now. So now I will go for again the extrude command, and I will choose this additional plane here. Okay, so now I need to draw a circle here, center and point, concentric and 3 point. So 3 point looks better in our case, or I can say, yeah, center and point looks fine for me. So I will choose the first the center, and then I will choose this 1 point. Okay. So the inlet of this would be 450. You can see from here. This one I need to keep it as 450. Now I need to adjust the dimension from this point to this point. So this should be this one, you can see from this way. So you can see the inlet is almost parallel to the top of the cyclone. So here I will put it as maybe 5 millimeter should be okay. Yeah, this should be fine. So here I will say okay, and you can see it is extruded. I will flip the direction here. Then I need to go to the next wherever it is going. So you will see very nicely the cyclone inlet pipe is actually installed on this on the cyclone in this way. So from here I will go for the thick sketch, and then again I will choose 4 millimeter. And if I remove the material, okay, so I don't need to remove the material here, so I will say okay here. Okay, so you can see it is attached to the cyclone, but the material is not removed, which we will see later, or I can do it now. Again I will make an extrude cut, and I will choose the new plan, and then again I will make a circle here, and I will try to maintain its thickness, its diameter equal to the one which was shown in the drawing, which was 450. So this one I can choose it as 445. So it is 5 millimeter less, and I will say okay. Again I will first see the direction. Okay, I need to flip it. Then I will go it to the next, and then I will remove material. Okay, so you can see now with the same diameter, it has removed the material from the cyclone body. So this looks fine for me now. I will say okay. Now you can see from inside the internal pipe is visible for us, which is up to the drum of the cyclone. So this is okay now. Now I need to make a flange here. According to our drawing, the flange dimension is 550. So the thickness we will keep it as same like flange A, but we have flange B thickness that is also same. So the dimension of the flange is different, but the thickness is same. So to make the flange, I will again go to this one, and then I will choose this plan, and then I will make another circle here starting from this point. Okay, so now the dimension I will keep it as flange P, which is 550 millimeter. So I will keep it as 550, and I will say OK. Again, the thickness I will keep it as 6 millimeter, and I will thicken it. Now for thickness, you can see 450 minus 550. So there's a difference of 100. So the half of 100 would be 50. So this one I will keep 50, and I will say OK. So you can see the flange of the inlet pipe is also installed, which looks fine. Now here, let's see in the drawing. Okay. So for this flange C, we need to create a flange like this. Okay. So to prepare a flange like this, again, I have to go here. Okay. So now you can see from the top flange, I think it's better to prepare a new plan here. So I will uncheck all and I will select this plane, and then I need to choose this plane. So you can see from the top it is 4026 minus this dimension 223. That is the total height of our cyclone 3803. Yeah, 3803. Okay, this one I need to flip, and then I will add a minus here, and I will say OK. So you can see another plan is created here where we need to create an additional flange. So now I will again go for the extrude command. I will choose this plane now. Then I will again choose a no. This time we are having not a circular flange, we are having a rectangular flange. So I will choose the rectangular center rectangle. So this is our center, and it would be somehow like this. The dimensions we can check now. So the dimensions are 320 by 370. So 320 by 370. Okay. So this is done now, and I will say okay. Again, the flange thickness I need to keep 10 millimeter. So this one I will keep 10, and thicken sheet we cannot use here, so we will keep it like this, and I will say okay. So you can see the flange is created, but I need to make a hole here because at the moment it is closed. So again I will go for extrude cut, and then I will choose the last plan, this one here, and then I will choose again the circle from the center point like this. Okay, this cycle dimension would be equal to the 145. You can see here. So I will choose it as 145 and I will click OK. Okay. So from here I need to remove the material, but I have to see where is the flip direction. Okay, the flip is in this direction, so I will go it here, and then I will say remove material, and I will say okay. Okay, this one I need to edit, and I need to change the flip direction because the flange was outside, you can see from here. So if I flip the direction, then it will be making an extrude cut, and I will say okay. So now you can see the hole is created. Earlier, what was the problem here? The the plan which we have created, the new one, is actually above this flange. So if we go in this direction, it was not removing material. So I just flipped it. So it is actually extrude, giving an extrude cut from top to down, from top to down. So the cyclone is almost ready. Further, we have some supports here, but actually we don't need to prepare some supports. So I would say we leave it like this, or we should try the supports as well. Okay, let's start with this extrude. Yeah. Okay, in the drawing, the supports are somewhere here. So we need to draw something first. Okay, first I need to make a separate plan, or if we are having already one, that is okay. No, we don't have any additional plan on the outer surface of the body, so we need to make one. So again, I will cancel this one. I will cancel this one. I will first make a separate plan, which would be offset from this plan. This one. Okay, it's not choosing. Okay, this one. So the dimension is 1300 is the diameter, so I will keep it as 650. 650. You can see an additional plane is created on the outer edge of the cyclone, and I will say okay. So on this plane we will be doing the next step. Oops, sorry. So I will go for extrude cut, extrude command. I will choose this plane. Okay, so here 240 by 200 is also okay. So I will click OK here. So you can see the support is created now here, which looks better. And I think it's okay. So we don't need to remove material, and it is to the next surface. So this is all okay, and I will click OK. Is my total height. So let's say we can say it as 700. Oops. Okay. Cancel. Let's make another one. Okay, extrude. I will choose this plane. Okay, so let's draw it manually. So we will have no issue with the constraints. So I will choose it from here, here, something like this, like this, like this. So this is all okay now. The length I need to change, let's say 750, and I will say okay. So you can see the The support is created. This one I can change it to 100, considering I'm applying here 100 by 200 square tube, which is far more stronger than our requirement, but it is okay. So I will say okay here. Now I need to make a base plate here. So again, extrude. I will choose this plane. So here I need to generate corner like this. This would be the base plate. Okay. So this is 172 from this point to this point. So 172. So it is more or less straight now. So what is the 344? So this one I will keep it as 344. So it is more or less in the center. This looks already in center, so I will keep it as it is. And you can see the support is created. So the support I will keep it as 10 millimeter. Oops, 10 millimeter should be okay. And then I will say okay. So you can see in this way the cyclone support is created. Now we need to just pattern it. At least 4 supports would be required. So I will go for pattern. I will go for axis. I will choose the axis. Angular extent 360. Number of members 4. So the base plates are in place. Now I will select this one. Okay. This one. Okay. Now I will pattern it. Dimension axis. So here is my axis, angular extent and 4. So the supports are all created. Now the attachment is missing. So I will choose this attachment. Nope. Nope. Yeah, this one. So I have to go to the pattern again, axis. I will choose the axis, angular extent, 4 members. So now you can see all the supports are in place and our cyclone is ready. Further, you can still make some holes on these flanges as per your requirement. These flanges on the base plates, you surely need some holes for mounting, and on the bottom flange, you also can draw some holes. But overall, it will look like this. So let me just remove this one. So you can see the cyclone is ready now. So let's do some appearance. Okay, so I will go for view, appearance. Okay, so let me first select it. Okay, so this is the metallic part, the metallic appearance. That's how it looks. Let me try any other appearance. This one, no. Well, this is not even acceptable in any way. This looks better. Looks like more or less like a metal. Okay, so we are already selecting this one. So a little bit darker. Let's see. Okay, this also looks fine. So let's go to the shading. Okay, so you can see the cyclone looks very nice in this one. Okay, so as I said earlier, we can do some sectioning here just to show you how it looks like from inside. Okay, so I'm doing the X sectioning. Let me zoom in here. Okay. Okay, so you can see this is the internal pipe, and this is our cyclone. You can see how it is developing, and this is our outer pipe. So I will say cancel here. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.